Dad and I made our first bowl on the lathe and basically did nearly everything wrong except for like safety things because we know what we're doing there. Because we used dry pine wood, which is like the worst because it's incredibly inconsistent in how dense it is. Like there are these layers of really soft, kind of spongy wood, and then there are these layers of really hard, in comparison, wood. Anyway, so that was interesting. We also went into the end grain, which you're not really supposed to do with dry wood like this because it catches, and it's kind of terrible. But that was an adventure. We're gonna make some actual like things that don't suck in the future, without using pine that's dry. Yeah. Anyway, also, it was funny. I was on a phone call with somebody the other day, and I just like randomly cut this little goofy spoon shape, and it's kind of cute. It's completely impractical and goofy, but yeah. I have this beautifully written list of things that I want to respond to your video about, that I'm going to slam through while making a spoon because I want to make a spoon, and here we are. But I have a bit of a video afterward to show where I climbed a tree and talked about stuff. Yeah, it's really riveting, but so yeah, here we go. Looks brilliant. This is a new level of terrible. Cut it in half because it was too chunky. So now we got 2 terrible spoons. Alright, so in response to your video, I wish we were in folk music club together as well. I guess we'll just have to do folk duo this spring. And yeah. The point about chinchilla's fragility is, fragility? I feel like one of those is about making babies. Anyway, that's a good point. The breakability of them. So perhaps with such a wild lifestyle as we have planned for our retirement, we should just stick to cats, because cats are good. Electronic music is not as complex as I thought it would be. Like, the programs are wicked expensive, but using the school's computer setups, I can already make stuff that sounds like kind of alright. It's crazy how there are thousands of sample bits that you can use for free. Like, you can just take little clips of things other people have written and or played and just like use them, which is kind of wild to me. That feels like plagiarism. I can just like grab a bunch of pre-recorded, pre-made bits and use them, or alter them because they're like electronically, digitally made, so you can mess around with the notes rather than like an audio file. But you can just use those and slap a melody onto it and just like add some bass and boom, kind of an okay song. So it's a lot faster than like writing a symphony or anything, and arguably I'd say more simple and straightforward. For the simple stuff. Yeah, the simple stuff is simple, really profound. You'd never have guessed. As for movie soundtracks, that's certainly a bucket list for me. I guess it wouldn't be checked off though, because if I actually succeeded to getting into that kind of gig, I would kind of never want to leave because that would be amazing. I'm definitely more of a fan of real instruments though, just like personally, or at least writing and playing them. I think it's just, I don't know, it seems more real. There's like some electronic music is fun to listen to, but it's just, I don't know, I don't that's not my jam to make. Do you remember when we were on, I think it was Night Island, camping, and cut this really cleanly, cut this chunk of dead wood off of a fallen tree, and we're trying to carve into it, and had no idea what we were doing. So it didn't go too well. And then brought it back thinking that we'd make like the most epic bowl out of it. And then, well, haven't. Anyway, that was funny. Definitely not the easiest wood to lathe, given that it's like a miserable mess of knots and rotten bits. But I just thought that was funny. We still have it. Whoa, it's me. Um, oh, your harp is so pretty and sounds beautiful, and yeah, that's very exciting. The parts where you have like you play double notes sounds really cool, and especially those arpeggios just were amazing and definitely sounded like two harps. You'd never guess why. But yeah, all of that is super cool. It's cool you can stand with it. Like that definitely opens up options. Where was I? I forgot the point that I was making. The fact that you now have like double as many levers, or as you called them, flippy ding dongs, is funny. Definitely, needed more levers to flick because you didn't have enough already. And oh, I was wondering if it's like hard to play just like muscle memory wise with your hands apart like that. Like I was wondering if that feels different or is weird to keep your hands in the right places and not like get off. Maybe it's not different enough to matter, but also, do you have any songs on the normal like single stringed harp that won't transfer over well? Like maybe it would be more the other way where you couldn't play double stringed songs on a single stringed harp as well. I don't know, just like with the piano, there are some songs where it's like really hard to play them on the accordion just because your hands don't do you can't like you can't cross over or have big chords or have like sometimes sometimes the songs all right will have the melody in the right hand and the left hand, and like you can change the octave on the right hand on the accordion, but it doesn't quite have the same effect, and that you can't really do that super smoothly while you're playing sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, you're doing so many fantastic things these days, and you're amazing. And I'm just like, I don't know, the person who's like, I used to know that girl. I knew her when we were kids. Um, it's mutual, and but now we can just do amazing things together, whether from afar like now or together in the future, and metaphorically conquer the world and such. And yeah, that was poetic. I just like reached the word limit, ran out of words. Anyhow, yeah, we can do all the things with cats and music. Yeah. Well, these are turning into the ugliest things I've ever had the pleasure to make. I'll get back to you on those later. I have to go up and help. Yeah.
私は旋回行こうする静かな鳥たちの
Okay, so for music, I have a little short one this time that I kind of sent you earlier. It's a sort of jiggy thing that that goes with one of the goofy satire songs that I'm starting to write, hopefully for us this spring. So it's just gonna be like a melody, and then we can figure out what to do with it. But yeah, here's the beginning of what should be fun. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, and I'm adding like low stuff because it sounds fun. And that's how I was playing it on the accordion. So yeah, it's just like octaves, but. And then we can play off of that or like go up a fourth. And also it'd be fun to then go into C minor or like Lydian or something with F major, because that was an F minor. And we could go from or like anyway, and then have a second verse that's more positive and contrasts the first one, which is minor. Or another fun chordy thing is going from F minor to B major, and then C major, and then F major. Or you can stay in F minor and keep the F minor, and then just use a major 4 chord, because why not? And have a major 2 chord, and then that's kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, more to go on that, but just to goof around like. I can send you the lyrics once I make them, and perhaps you can help continue on with me with the song. Yeah. Really quickly, there's this unfortunate situation where I don't have a spare third hand. Like 4 would be more symmetrical, but maybe a tail. A tail would be sufficient. Anyhow, I'm gonna butcher this real quickly. Got to keep the adverbs. Anyhow, people really ruin grammar, saying you're doing good instead of doing well, and gonna do something quick instead of do it quickly, or a whole bunch of others. Anyhow, yeah, let me just butcher this real quickly to respect the adverbs.